Now it's time to sample a middleweight motorcycle Suzuki launched in Canada recently in an effort to fill the gap left when it dropped the axe on their long-running sport tourer, the Katana. Based on Suzuki's naked European middleweight, the 650 Bandit, the all-new GSX650f arrived on our shores last fall sporting a full fairing, along with a few engine and suspension tweaks. At the heart of this runner is a liquid-cooled 16-valve dual overhead cam 656cc engine that utilizes Suzuki's new dual throttle valve fuel injection system. According to Suzuki Canada, this bike's inline four-cylinder engine has been tuned at the factory with an emphasis on the low to mid-range power band in an effort to make the power delivery more appealing to entry-level riders. I have to say the specs look pretty good on paper, but how does it all work in the real world? Well, this week we invited guest rider Jacqui Prospero to sample the Suzuki, and here's what she had to say after a very long day in the saddle. So Jacqui, what was your first impression this morning when you got to throw a leg over this bike?
I loved it. It's a big bike. It is a big bike. It's a 650, but very comfortable, very relaxed. I was impressed. I can honestly say I was impressed with it.
Now, what did you think of the 650? I mean, you ride a CBR 600, so fairly similar engine. What did you think of the motor?
Actually, motor was great. I found the acceleration extremely smooth. I was very impressed with the throttle response and just the ease of going fast.
Right. Now, the transmission, the clutch, sometimes when we get women on the show, I worry a little bit about the reach and the amount of clutch strength you need in your left hand. How did that all work for you?
Actually worked great for me. Didn't have any problems with the clutch at all. Really nice and smooth, easy release. Felt really good.
Okay, so brakes, how did they compare to your CBR?
Actually, I have to say they're a lot more responsive than my CBR.
Really?
I found them not too grabby, not too quick. Nice, responded exactly the way I expected. Nice clutch, nice grab with the fingers, came back right the same.
Right.
Didn't get too much when I didn't need it. The riding experience is fabulous. It's extremely comfortable. You're not sitting straight upright, a little lean forward, arms in a relaxed position, so no stress on the shoulders or the forearms. The seat is comfortable, really comfortable. We were on the bike for several hours today. Didn't feel like I had a sore saddle getting off. Really comfortable. And for me, I have long legs. My legs fit just great. Didn't feel like my knees were up too high or that I didn't have enough room for my body.
Right.
I fit actually pretty good behind the windscreen and everything, so riding was just extremely comfortable today.
Okay, tell us about the cockpit itself, the instrumentation, the information you were getting from the cockpit. What'd you think?
Actually, it's a really good display. I was impressed with it. I was a little concerned with the digital display at first, but it's really convenient being able to look down and catch your speed instantly and not having to worry about catching the line on the old style tack like we have here with the RPM gauge. That I like. I'm old school. I like the tack to have, you know, the old style fashion to it. Easy to read and easy to follow. The nice advantage here is the Gearshift position.
I like that too.
You know, it took a while to get used to glancing down at, oh, third, oh, fourth. But it's great when you're up at the higher speeds to take a quick glance down and realize, oh, I got another gear. Let's give it a little.
Yeah.
So really responsive. The gas gauge is great because you're getting the chevrons going down as you're running out of gas, and we found that out today. Nice quick flashing light, and then there's actually a trip that tracks your reserve gas, so you get a really good feeling of how much gas is left, how far you really got to go before you got to get gas.
Right. Who would you recommend the bike to? Who's the best customer to go and kick the wheels?
I'd recommend probably an intermediate woman rider because it is a bigger bike, being a 650, and it is heavy at 475 pounds. That's a lot of weight for a female to manage. Beginner guys for sure, absolutely, because most guys are in it for the speed and they really want to get into a sport bike that can give them, and I think this bike can really give them the growth potential of getting comfortable on a sport bike, getting used to the speed, and gaining something from the speed, the knowledge and the ability to gain something in the cornering. So I think it's very adaptable in that way. It's kind of the thing I see a guy buying when he first starts, and then a couple years after riding, he gives it to his girlfriend who's getting ready to start, and he jumps to something new. So I think it's a bike that would probably last somebody at least 3 to 5 years. Really comfortable, longevity for sure.
Nice job. Thanks for coming out today.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.